Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales. I'm your host, Adrian, and today we're diving into the latest royal drama, because once again the British press is doing its favourite thing, blaming Prince Harry for daring to speak the truth. This time it's about his recent interview where he addressed his long-running battle over security, and apparently it's left King Charles frustrated and upset. But let's be clear, this isn't about Harry stirring trouble. It's about a father who has consistently chosen silence over support and now wants to play the victim. Let's talk about it. Prince Harry once again spoke his truth. In a world where every word is dissected, he chose to open up, to share his side of the story. In a candid interview, he addressed the ongoing rift with his family. He spoke with a raw honesty that is rarely seen in the public eye, shedding light on the complexities of his relationships. His words, as always, were met with a predictable wave of media scrutiny. Headlines blared, opinions were formed, and the world watched with bated breath. But beneath the headlines, a deeper story unfolds. It's a story that goes beyond the surface, delving into the heart of a man torn between duty and desire. One of family, loyalty, and a yearning for understanding. Harry's journey is marked by a quest for connection, a desire to bridge the gap that has widened over the years. Harry's story is not one of anger. It's a narrative filled with the complexities of human emotion, where love and pain coexist. It's a story of love. Love that transcends the boundaries of tradition and expectation. Love for his wife, Meghan, and their children. A love that is evident in every smile, every shared moment. Love for a family from which he feels distant. A family that, despite the distance, remains a significant part of his identity. His words paint a picture of a man striving for reconciliation, a man who is willing to face the past in order to build a better future, a man who, despite the pain of the past, still holds out hope for a brighter future, a future where understanding and love can prevail, where bridges can be mended, and where a new chapter can begin. At the heart of Harry's message is a desire for reconciliation. He speaks of his father, King Charles, with a mix of sadness and longing. The distance between them is palpable, a gulf widened by misunderstanding and fueled by silence. Yet Harry's words betray no bitterness, only a son's yearning for connection. The security of his family remains paramount. Harry's concerns stem not from paranoia, but from lived experience. He knows the dangers of the spotlight, the relentless pursuit of privacy. His pleas for protection are not those of a petulant prince, but of a husband and father, determined to shield his loved ones from harm. King Charles's silence on the matter is deafening. His refusal to engage with his son's concerns speaks volumes. Is it pride? Is it fear? Or is it something more complex? Whatever the reason, the king's inaction speaks to a larger issue within the monarchy, a reluctance to adapt, to confront difficult truths. This silence is not just a personal failing, but a failure of leadership. A king's duty extends beyond the crown. It encompasses the well-being of his family, the protection of those he loves. By failing to address Harry's concerns, Charles perpetuates a cycle of pain and misunderstanding. Section 4. The media's twisted narrative. The British media, as ever, plays its part. They have a long history of sensationalism, often prioritising scandal over substance. Harry is painted as a troublemaker, a spoiled prince airing dirty laundry. The media loves a good villain, and Harry fits the bill perfectly for their narrative. His words are twisted, his motives questioned. Every action he takes is scrutinised, every word he utters dissected. The narrative is clear. Harry is the villain, the one disrupting the royal fairy tale. He is portrayed as the black sheep, the one who refuses to conform. But this narrative is as predictable as it is tiresome. The media's portrayal lacks depth and nuance, reducing a complex individual to a one-dimensional character. This is not to say Harry is blameless. He has made mistakes, spoken out of turn, and sometimes acted impulsively. He has made mistakes, spoken out of turn. But these actions are often magnified and taken out of context, creating a distorted image. But to reduce his story to one of rebellion and anger is to miss the point entirely. Harry's journey is far more profound and meaningful. Harry's journey is one of self-discovery, of breaking free from the constraints of tradition. It's about finding his own path and voice in a world that demands conformity. It's a journey many can relate to, even if they haven't lived a life of palaces and privilege. His story resonates with anyone who has ever felt the need to break away and forge their own identity. Beyond the headlines, Harry is a man striving to make a difference, to use his platform for good. His efforts in mental health advocacy, his work with veterans, and his commitment to various charitable causes paint a different picture. The media's twisted narrative may sell papers, but it fails to capture the essence of who Harry truly is. A man on a journey not just of rebellion, but of growth, understanding, and compassion. In the end, Harry's story is not just about breaking away from the royal family. It's about breaking free from the expectations and judgments of a world that often sees only what it wants to see. And in that journey, there is a lesson for all of us. To look beyond the surface, to seek the truth, and to understand that every story has more than one side. Because in the end, Harry's journey is a reflection of our own, a quest for authenticity, for meaning, and for a life lived on our own terms. Section 5. A family's duty to protect. The royal family's refusal to evolve is at the heart of this saga. They cling to outdated notions of hierarchy and tradition. They prioritize image over substance, silence over dialogue. In doing so, they fail to protect their own. Harry's experience is a testament to this failure. The institution of the monarchy is built on a foundation of power and privilege, but with that power comes responsibility, a responsibility to protect, to nurture, to adapt. The royal family's failure to embrace these responsibilities has brought them to this point. The question is, will they learn from their mistakes? Section 6. The Winds of Change. The winds of change are blowing through the House of Windsor, signalling a new era for the British monarchy. Harry's willingness to speak his truth, to share his personal experiences and struggles, to challenge the status quo and question long-standing traditions is a sign of the times, reflecting a broader societal shift towards openness and transparency. The monarchy cannot remain frozen in amber, clinging to the past and resisting change. To survive and remain relevant, it must adapt, evolve, and, most importantly, listen to the voices of the people. Harry's story is not just about one family's dysfunction or internal conflicts. It's a reflection of a larger societal shift, a movement towards greater individual expression and authenticity, a shift away from blind deference to authority, towards questioning and holding power accountable, towards a greater emphasis on individual truth and authenticity, where personal stories and experiences are valued. The monarchy, like all institutions, must adapt to this new reality, embracing change and modernity, or risk being swept aside by the tide of change, losing its place in the hearts and minds of the people it serves. Section 7. Whose truth matters? In the end, we're left with a simple question. Whose truth matters? Is it the carefully curated image presented by the palace? Or is it the raw, unfiltered truth spoken by a man who has dared to break free? The answer, as always, lies somewhere in between. But one thing is certain, the days of blind acceptance are over. The world is watching, and it's time for the monarchy to listen. To Prince Harry, if you're hearing this, we see you. We know you're not perfect, but you've shown more heart and honesty than many inside that palace ever will. You've made mistakes, sure, but you're trying. And more importantly, you're protecting the people you love. King Charles can be frustrated all he wants, but let's stop pretending this is Harry's fault. A real father wouldn't wait for a televised interview to pick up the phone. Thanks for tuning in, my darlings. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you're tired of the media's double standards and ready to stand with those who speak truth to power. Until next time, this is Adrian, signing off from Meghan and Harry Tales.